Hey everyone, this is Jamie, and I just wanted to come to you and give you my Empath review of the reopening of Knott's Berries Farm. This is just going to be a great way to kind of introduce you on different tips and tricks you can use as an empath to help mitigate some of those really overwhelming and challenging moments when you are in a really crowded area or energetically charged area such as a theme park. One of the easiest ways that I work with that energy is to actually utilize the help of crystals, stones, minerals. And this particular trip, I took some tumbled stones with me. I took rose quartz, bloodstone, carnelian, amethyst, black obsidian, and almandine garnet. So these are the stones that I decided to take with me to Knott's. And really, I would say anytime you're going to like a theme park or, like I said, Vegas or any area that's, you know, like a concert in the future when we start going to concerts again, anything that's going to be really densely populated, really crowded, and, you know, have a tendency to maybe be unpredictable in the type of energy that you're going to run into. This is going to be a really great powerhouse of stones to take with you. So what I do is I drop them all into this little bag after I've given them a good smudge. And for me, I like smudging with something like white sage. White sage is very common for us here in Southern California. If you don't have white sage, that's fine. You can use something like Palo Santo. You can use juniper, cedar, rosemary, lavender even. They're going to have slightly different energies to them, but generally smudging is in reference to smoke. Clearing energy with smoke. So that's probably my favorite way to energetically cleanse stones. And yeah, I will cleanse them and then I put them in the little bag. And then what I do to carry them around with me, now I see a lot of people that like to take these little bags and then just like stick them in their purse. I mean, in a pinch, I guess it's better to have them, you know where they are and you can get a hold of them if you need them. But the way I look at it is the stones are really going to do the best work for you when they are close to you. So I always like to keep them as near me as possible, especially close to my skin. If they can touch my skin in some sort of way, that's a constant reminder that they are here to do the work of whatever sort of intention we put in there. So I will take the little bag like so, and then I just tie it around my bra strap. And I usually give it just, you know, a nice little knot that I can undo later. And then I just slide this down and kind of tuck it right behind the cup of my bra. You cannot see it. It's, you know, it's not glaringly obvious that you're carrying stones with you, but yet you feel it, and they're very secure. Like, these didn't go anywhere. I had them with me all day and they were just fine. So using something like the little bag to keep them on you is really my preference. That's what I suggest. You know, that way you're just constantly reminded, not only that you are working with the stones in general, but that you set that intention to have that additional help while you're out and about. Now, as far as how that went, I have this fun little scale that I like to use, and I call it my smudge scale, and that's a scale from 0 to 10. 0 meaning it's absolutely beautifully energetically clear and you could walk in there with nothing and be just fine, to the opposite end. 10 means you need to burn through about 10 bundles of sage to clear the energy of this place. So I'm gonna give Knott's during the reopening. Actually a 3, and that is pretty darn good. We really didn't come into any problems. Like I said, I set my intentions and did some clearing before we left with my stones, and that really helped to set the tone for the day with the stones. And it was really nice. I think because so many people were really looking forward to this and have really wanted, not only that time outside, but just reconnecting with something that's purely for enjoyment. It's been a while since a lot of us have had that opportunity to just kind of relax and find joy and let loose in this last year and a half. So I feel like this was a perfect opportunity for a lot of people to just be grateful and smile and laugh and enjoy themselves. So actually, I was picking up on a lot of really great energy throughout the day. Of course, there were, a few moments where, this definitely came in handy, and I kind of had to roll it back in and go, okay, this is an isolated incident, so just send that energy on its way and release it and let it go. But for the most part, I think, they were so organized, and they've really been working on, how to space things out and how to get people used to, all of the requirements back when they were doing the tasting events. And I think that helped them out a lot. They were staffed fairly well. They had a lot of management, a lot of management on. And I think that really helped to move things smoothly. We saw a lot of managers running around the entire day. They were very easy to kind of flag down if you had a question or an issue that you needed solving, and very willing to help. And everybody seemed so appreciative to the guests, for really hanging in there and coming back. So, I think in those terms, those respects, and just that it's a little bit of a smaller park. Now, we haven't been back to Disneyland yet. That will be upcoming, and I'll be glad to do another review for that when that happens. But I think just also the fact that it's a smaller park, and they're still reducing capacity. I believe Knott's is at, I think it's somewhere between a 15 to 25% capacity maybe right now. But it's not overly crowded. People seem to be having a really good time, which helps the energy. I did find a few places throughout that were just really nice areas to stop. Please take advantage of the relax zone. And I'm gonna have a few clips of the relax zone in this video. But the relax zone, I don't think a whole lot of people realize that it's there or what it is or how to take advantage of that, but it's actually occupying the spot where the Mystery Lodge was. And that is going to be a fantastic place to stop, take your mask off while being socially distanced. It's shaded, there are fans, and like I said, not a whole lot of people were taking advantage of it opening day. So really take a look at your apps and kind of scout out those places that are maybe a little less in the path of the crowds, and find your spots to kind of sit down for a few moments, take a deep breath, relax, and send any energy back that you need to send back. I'm also going to have just a couple quick clips of some areas that we really love. If you're into kind of more of the metaphysical, there's a really great geode shop as soon as you walk into Knott's in the kind of Calico Ghost Town area, just to the left as you walk through the entrance and into that Ghost Town area. And you're not going to find a lot of small like tumbled stones there, but you will find some really great specimens, some smaller specimens, as well as some larger specimens. And probably one of the nicest things that they do is they have some really amazing sized geodes that they will actually cut open for you there at the park, and that's always a really fun experience, especially if you're kind of wanting to get your kids into crystals and stones. That's a fun way to kind of introduce them to them, is to have that experience of cutting your own geode open. And the guys that are there are really knowledgeable about where they're coming from and what type of stones they are. They're not really going to know the metaphysical relations to that. They're more in it for the mineral compositions, but a really great place to stop. I also really enjoy the Native American shop at the Bottle House. They have some beautiful, beautiful artwork that is done by Native Americans from several different tribes. Really, really beautiful. They always have nice incense. I got some pinyon pine incense cones while we were there, and that's another beautiful thing that you can smudge with. We got some beautiful artwork that we'll be putting up on the wall soon. And yeah, just a really nice area to stop. It's always very calming in and around that area. There's usually different shows that are happening on the stage, and hopefully those will be coming back soon. So if you have any favorite spots that you like to kind of stop and hang out, or if you have any questions about, you know, what to do before you go, and how to handle being an empath at a theme park or a really busy area, please put some questions in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. But until next time, take care.